guys, so I haven't been on YouTube in a very long time, and all of you have been asking me over and over, like, Sarah, are you going to do YouTube reviews? Guys, my hair is so long, it's ridiculous. Like, one little hair will be on my arm and it feels like something is like crawling on me. Okay, so yes, I am doing YouTube reviews for a couple reasons. For one is that there's a lot of things that you don't see, as well as some of these girls have so much time on their hands that they want to keep doing like little comments on every blog post and like telling their side and misconstruing things, because that is not the way things have happened, okay? And it's really giving me BGC 11 vibes. I don't know if you guys remember this, but there is a scene where I am telling Jazz, like, nobody thinks you're broke, like you're always buying expensive food, you're doing this and that, and then I'm helping her get inside from the club because she's drunk and our pathway had water on the sides. So I was like, Jazz, don't fall in the water, Jazz, don't fall in the water. And of course it was instigated that Sarah didn't want to pay for you at the club, she's calling you broke, making you look this, that, and the other. And it was completely instigated, completely made up, and I am 100% getting BGC 11 vibes on this damn show. I don't have time to be on like BGCT every day and writing comments and doing this and following all the posts. Like, it's just a lot, guys. I'm a big DIYer. I have a lot of things to do. I'm working on a separate business as well as a concept for something else. So with that being said, I don't have time to be writing all these comments all day long of these girls fabricating stories. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing YouTube reviews for you guys. You guys know I did them forever ago. And the hassle is, for one, I tried to record it on my phone. It timed out after 5 minutes. I thought I recorded the whole damn video and it just disappeared. I'm now on my camera, which I don't use that much, and it is dead, so I have an extension cord. Guys, it's an absolute headache, but I love you guys. I'm gonna make it happen. I did season 11 through season 17 Bad Girls reviews. I don't know if I was the first person to start that or what, but I had been doing Bad Girls reviews for a long time. So I will be doing Baddies ATL because y'all not gonna keep lying on me, all right? And luckily, because I have a great memory, I don't have to have a long checklist. A simple little sticky note will do because it's very fresh and it's like it just happened. Okay, so in the beginning of the first episode, me and Judy pull up and we get our rooms in the house. So before coming on the show, I told Natalie, I also told Lemmy, y'all probably know him as Lemon Pepper, he don't like that, Lemuel Plumber, but I call him Lemmy as well as a lot of the girls. So I spoke with Lemmy, I spoke to Natalie, I said, okay, cool, like I'll stay in the house, like I'm not gonna drive all the way home, it's too far. If I get my own bathroom, I have to have my own bathroom. You guys know I'm OCD, like my house is always clean. Even in season 11, I told Gigi, I hope you didn't leave that to-go box upstairs because guys, don't leave your food around, like clean the floor. I don't like hair on the floor, I don't like dishes in the sink, I don't like food all over the place. Clean up your mess. I don't do messy houses. Okay, so I said I want a bathroom. So of course, Natalie gives me a room with my own bathroom. Plus, she insisted that I be on that side of the house with her. And first moving into the house, that bedroom was not the best room in the house. I made it the best room in the house. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I cleaned it top to bottom. Manny, who was helping us on set, like a casting assistant, talent assistant, I'm not sure what his title was, but Manny helped us do a lot. So I asked Manny for a couple things. One is my closet was locked, so I said, can you please get me a clothing rack? I can't live out a suitcase. I need everything organized. He went and got me a clothing rack. I also asked for a scrub brush, gloves, and bleach because I cannot live in filth. And yo, this house was beautiful. It was huge. It was amazing. It could be such a beautiful home if it was a little bit up to date, as including furniture as well as fresh paint and then cleaning it, because guys, Zeus paid so much for this house. Basically, one day renting this house is more than most people's mortgages, like no lie. It was very, very expensive. So for the people who are renting it out to not pay for cleaners before we came in is not right at all. There was cobwebs behind my shelf. There was a dirty sock under the couch. Moving in and cleaning the room. What is this? Even put the covers in the washer. Oh, I also moved the furniture around. So that was one of the things, like I didn't have the best room, but after I was done cleaning it, rearranging the furniture, and also getting other furniture in the rest of the house, it was the best room in the house. So Christina doesn't know this, but that orchid under my TV actually came from her room. That mirror that was like really big and nice came from the dining room. They were like, no, you can't move it. And then Manny's like, I think you could probably move that. And I didn't realize it was like the guy who parents own the house that told me that. I thought he was just some assistant. I'm like, Manny said I can move it, I can move it. Anyways, that mirror was so heavy, I had to move it one step at a time. Huge mirror, like top to floor. The trim was like really heavy on it, so I moved that mirror. So I then had the best room in the house after about 3 hours of cleaning and organizing, okay? So you're about to laugh, they don't know this yet, but this was in my corner, right? I took this stool out of somebody's room. I took this out of the dining room. I took this flower out of a girl's room. There was nothing in this corner, and now my room is like super cute. I've been cleaning it for the past 2 hours. There's no more dust. It was disgusting. And look at this. This was gross too, but I got my own bathroom. So happy. So, yes, Judy, Sydney, that's a headache down the hall. I don't think Judy should have had to share a room anyways, but there was a limited amount of rooms on the main floor and the lower floor. So with Judy and Sydney having a relationship prior to the show, Natalie was like, it makes sense for them to share rooms. And it sucks too because they had the smallest room in the house, but yeah. Ugh, poor Judy, not good. Okay, so this was the first time I saw Tanisha's Airbnb. Super nice. I would like to go to my own place and get restful sleep and privacy. And was her guy there? I don't know. I think she was, no, she was there by herself. So like to have privacy in your own clean space and not the yelling and the commotion of the house, like you get to reboot every day. We just did this, Natalie and I and Christina, back in October with OnlyFans. So we just had this experience basically. And yeah, it's a lot because it's like you never get your alone time. So her being able to check out at the end of the day, I get like she's been home with her baby the past few years. So this was a lot for her to film throughout the day, but it was a lot for me to film 24 hours a day. Like it was stressful and you guys have no idea everything that went on after hours. Okay, so Tanisha has her own Airbnb, which means she has to deal with a lot less stress than some of us had to deal with. So the photo shoot. Okay guys, so keep in mind, I had already cleaned my room top to bottom, organized it. I literally was like crying about getting bleach. I'm like, I have to have bleach. Like getting stuff in the house to like make my room nice. Oh, even the window was like broke. You have to push it up a certain way, but the guy, the maintenance guy who's at the house, I didn't know him at the time because there's just so many people around, but there's a way you push the window up. So the window was cracked and it was freezing cold at night. I think like 35 degrees and the air filter was dirty. So there was no heat in my bedroom. It was so cold, guys. And if you notice, there's windows everywhere, which means that all the sunlight comes in at 7 a.m. So it's super bright, super freezing cold. And Manny and I went and found things around the house, like a towel, some old dress. Like, I don't know where that dress came from. I'm talking about a house on Haunted Hill for real because that dress is like, looks so old. We stuffed it in the window so the air wouldn't just be blowing in. And the bed used to be right under the window on the corner rather than where it was. And I moved the couch back. Okay, so we're going to the photo shoot. So let me tell you a few things that happened on the way to the photo shoot. We're on the way there. It's about 50-minute drive from where we're staying to the city. So 50-minute drive. Sydney and Judy are going at it. That's stressful. At one point, I feel something wet. I look down. I had on these Louboutin sneakers that have like a hole cut out in the top of it. I feel something wet and I'm like, what is that? Like looking up, and I noticed that my brand new Louis duffel bag is covered with something as well as my foot and my sneakers, and it's sticky. So I look over and Judy's like, I'm like, wait, what? I said, did you spill something on me? And she was like, Sarah. And then Natalie gets kind of mad. And then she was like, I don't know where Judy, you know, Judy was already tipsy. And of course she was stressed out from Sydney, but Judy like came after me. She was like, Sarah, we used to be friends. You're not a friend anymore. You've changed. You're bougie now. You're this, you're that. And I'm like, first off, I've always been clean and I've always been into like nice shoes, nice clothes, nice bags. Like if you don't remember me on season 11, like I had all the heels with Swarovski crystals I put on it, even the reunions and stuff. A lot of my stuff was custom. So I'd always been into clothes and shoes and hair bows and hats and all those things. So you guys know that. So when Judy said like, you're bougie now, I'm like, wait, no. And after like calming down because I was super annoyed. Oh, food. Y'all know I like to eat and I want to go back to the food thing. So if Judy would like, shh, if she would have said sorry and told me to be quiet, I would be like, okay, and I would have covered for her. The thing is like, she didn't tell me she soaked me or my bag, and then she was like, shh. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, where's my apology? I just got soaked. Like, this is a $3,000 bag. These are $1,200 shoes, and I'm sticky. Like, who spills something on someone and doesn't even apologize and you tell me to be quiet? That's why I was mad. Once I calmed down, I actually texted Judy when I was in the back seat. I said, sorry, Judy, we'll talk later. Like, if you would have apologized and told me to be quiet, I wouldn't have put you on blast, but I was completely caught off guard that I was soaked and you told me to be quiet without an apology. Okay, so we get to the photo shoot, and I'm going to backtrack about the food. So I woke up early, I worked out with Natalie, I had oatmeal. About 12 noon, I saw Manny had food, and I said, can you order me food too? Because the chef is coming later, and the chef was gonna be at the photo shoot. He said, yes, of course. Look on this menu and order what you want. I put in my order, I put in Natalie's, and then a couple hours later had passed. Girls are still not ready. I had been ready for over 2 hours at the time, and woke up early, so I was ready by noon, hair and makeup ready to go to the photo shoot. 2 p.m., nobody else is ready. Food's not here. Manny, where is my food? Oh, well, production said we're getting ready to leave, so I had to cancel the order because the food might not get here until after, and the chef's already there. I said, oh my God, I'm starving. Like, this, it's like an hour drive to the city, and all this, like, I would have eaten twice. Like, what is going on? I was not happy. So then, of course, we get in the van, the arguing back and forth. Judy spills the drink on me. We get to the set. Natalie and, well, she gets kind of annoyed, guys. Okay, and she's annoyed because it's like Tanisha's got her own place. Tanisha gets her own car. We're all riding in a group. And now we hear that she may have her own dressing room, and she's already inside getting situated, which is why we're waiting outside. So now we're like, so we're all waiting outside, the 6 of us, 6 of us, but she gets to go in after her peaceful house, her peaceful car ride, and now she's getting her own dressing room, and we're all sharing one? Like, what is this, right? So not just that, but I have to use the restroom. Like, no, Sarah, you can't use the restroom. You gotta wait, you gotta this, you got, and I'm like, I finally tell the lady, I said, look, I gotta go to the restroom now. Well, can you wait 10 more minutes? And I said, like, I'm not trying to say all this info, but I'm like, I'm on my period, I have to go now. She's like, okay, fine, I'll let you go now. So then I go to grab my bag. She's like, well, what are you doing? I said, everything that I need, what a girl needs, is it's in my bag. You want me to dig for it out here and then it's too late and then I have other issues? Or can I take my bag inside? She's like, okay, take your bag inside. I was like, damn, like, what is with, like, the harassment? So I go inside, security's like, no, no, Sarah, you can't come in, you this, you that, blah, 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 you can't come. And I said, I have to use the restroom. No, no, they said, nobody come around. I was almost in tears. I'm starving, I'm sticky, and I'm like, yo, in front of all these guys, there gotta be a good 20, 30 people in there, photographers I haven't even met, and I said, I am on my period, and I have to use the bathroom right now. And I was like, okay, Sarah, go, go. You know, I was so upset. So, use the restroom, I have to go back out, and then of course we all go in and we're sharing the same dressing room. So I don't wear foundation, I only wear powder on my face. So at this point, I have had the same powder on my face for a good 6+ hours, which doesn't last as long as something like foundation. So not only did these girls just have their makeup done a couple hours ago, but they're also getting touch-ups and the whole makeup counter is covered. I go in like the corner of the mirror and I put on a little bit more powder and I'm like, okay, whatever, I just wanna get this shoot done. Sydney and Judy are going at it in the dressing room, stressful again, and next thing you know, it's time for us to do the photo shoot. Natalie goes first, people are hyping her up. Tanisha goes, Natalie's hyping Tanisha up, even though they're not on good terms at all at the moment. And I'm like, okay, I'm going next. Like, clearly Natalie and Tanisha get to go first, they're the EPs, like, I get it, I'm going next. Well, then Sydney's like, no, no, I'm going. And I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna argue with you. All right, Sydney, go. And I'm like, okay, I'm going next. And then Judy was like really, really tipsy at the time. She was like, no, I need to go, Sarah. And I'm like, okay, fine. Like, I'm annoyed. Like, all right, Judy, go. And then I'm like, I'm going next. Next thing you know, 7 goes up and like, she's already starts to take a few photos. And I'm like, yo, I was next. Like, she's like, oh, well, I mean, if you want to go now, Sarah, like, you can. I'm like, you already took a bunch of your photos. I'm not about to make the photographer stop. Production's not going to be okay with having you stop because now your photos are going to be here in the middle of mine and then more at the end. So that's not even practical. So, like, I get you volunteered and maybe it was a nice gesture, but you already know that it's something I couldn't say yes to for multiple reasons, production wise, and because you had already started it when I kept saying, I'm next, I'm next, I'm next. So at that point, I go over to Natalie and I'm like, yo, Natalie, like, this isn't cool. Like, there's no reason I should be last. I'm the first ready. I was the only one on time. Everybody got full hair and makeup, and then they also got touch-ups. And going back to hair and makeup, I do my own hair and makeup because even like last time in Miami, we did the trailer and I asked to do eye touch-up. The lady did I said, I don't need anything else on my face, just do the eyeshadow. And then she starts putting all this stuff on my face. Seven looks over and she's kind of smiling at me, and I'm just smiling because I don't know Seven like that at the time. And I didn't know what she was smiling at. Comes to find out later, she goes, yeah, I was wondering why she kept putting all that red on your face. Yo, after she did my makeup, when I said just do my eyes, I looked in the mirror, my face was cracked. I still have a photo of it. I have video of it too. And yo, my face was pale white. And I said, yo, why is my face so white? I said, I'm tan. And I like showed her my stomach. She goes, wow, you really are tan. And I'm thinking, because I'm white, you decided to cover me in white powder. I get everybody else has darker complexions, but like, you're here and you're supposed to be doing makeup for everybody. Why don't you have makeup for somebody of my complexion? Okay, fine, whatever. I go to the bathroom, I wash it all off, and then I redo my powder. That was that. So coming on to this one, I was like, you know what? I'll do my own makeup, which I did. Well, then I didn't have anywhere to plug in my flat iron. My hair was straight. So the hair girl was like, well, do you want me to touch up your hair? I said, yeah, if you could just like go through it a couple times to get rid of any flyaways. The girl takes the flat iron and goes like this down on my hair. It's like steaming. I said, oh my God, what are you doing? And I pushed the thing away. She was like, what? And I said, you're going to melt my hair off the top of my head. And she goes, I said, you can't do that. Like, you have to go like this. She goes, oh my God, I didn't know. Like, I do hot presses all the time. So I do wigs and extensions, but we hot press everything. I said, no, you can't do that with my hair. So she literally, what if she did this for too long and I didn't notice? She could have melted all this off and just all my hair fall out. Like, yo, I was so upset. I'm like, no, don't touch my hair. Let me use your iron real quick. Straighten my hair, okay? So the rap battle, the Sydney Judy madness, whatever, everybody's skipping ahead of me. I'm telling Natalie, like, yo, that's not okay that I'm going last. Like, it's 100% not okay. Like, I'm the only person that didn't get hair and makeup done. I was ready first. I'm the only one ready on time. I'm also a producer on the show. I'm also the closest to you when you're the main person. Why am I going last? It's not okay. All right, so then the next thing that happens is that Seven comes over there. Well, I said she could go before me or during me, basically, for one, so you're not giving me anything because I can't say yes to that. And then secondly, she makes the comment, well, and as I'm like walking away because I hear my voice way in the distance, she was like, well, Sarah said she would go last because it's Black History Month. For one, I wouldn't say that. Secondly, if I said that, I'm a person of my word. I wouldn't say that and mean it and then go to somebody else and talk shit and flip-flop and be like, oh, I don't want to go last. My stories are never like that. I've never been a person to manipulate situations like that. If I said I'm going to go last because it's Black History Month, then I would have kept that same energy when I spoke to Natalie and Tanisha. Like, oh no, it's okay, Seven is going before me. I'll go last because whatever. I never said it like that, guys. And this is what happened. And the reason I didn't address Seven in the moment like that, because for one, I was upset about the entire day, from the not eating to Judy spilling the drink on me to not being able to use the bathroom to the girl almost melting my hair off to me having to touch up my own hair and makeup in the corner and then going last and cleaning my damn room and organizing and the window being broken and it being cold in my room, okay? I had a million things going on. So when Seven says that, I don't address her for two reasons. One, I'm not trying to hear all that. I'm talking to Natalie. I shouldn't be going last. As well as, okay, Seven, I believe, has only done one show. Christina has done one show. Sydney did Love and Hip Hop. I know it's different than how Bad Girls Club is. I have been on, what, 6, 7 shows? BGC, 11, 13, All-Star Battle, Marriage Boot Camp, Couples Court, our OnlyFans show. Like, I've done a lot of TV shows, okay? And one of the biggest rules in reality TV is that you never address production. You never look directly into the camera. You also don't say the producer said, or this person said, or the cameraman said. Those people don't exist. If you would say that on Bad Girls Club, you would be fined. You're not allowed to do that. So maybe Seven doesn't remember because she did one show not that long ago, and I think she wasn't on that many episodes. But that's like a big thing. You get fined. So when she's saying Sarah said blah, 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 for one, I don't know how much of it heard. Like I said, I wasn't paying her no attention. But also it was a joking conversation between me and production. So keep in mind, I have known the production crew since October when we filmed our OnlyFans, because they came and filmed a pilot while we were filming OnlyFans. So keep in mind, when you have a relationship with somebody, whether it be your sister, your best friend, your significant other, you can speak to each other in different ways. You slap your significant other on the butt, they're gonna turn around, they're gonna smile. You slap a stranger on the butt, they're gonna be like, hit you, knock you out, what are you doing? So it's all about relationships. Somebody in production said, and made a joke of it to be like more lighthearted because they knew I was upset. They was like, Sarah, like, oh, you're last because it's Black History Month. And I said, that's not fair because the whole month we're filming in February is Black History Month. And I said, oh, okay, so I'm last because it's Black History Month. And then Seven took that little piece and ran with it and flipped it into something else. So for one, I'm not going to entertain your comment, nor am I going to be like the producer said it, because they don't exist in our world. Hello? Like, we don't talk about production. Next thing, when I go up, they decide to switch the music from rap and hip hop. They literally was just playing Pop Smoke the entire time Tanisha went up, to AC/DC Highway to Hell. Okay, I am not trying to listen to music like that. Yeah, that's like what my dad listened to growing up, but why do I want to be doing a sexy photo shoot reminded of rednecks drinking, partying, smoking weed, loud music late at night when I'm trying to go to sleep for elementary school? Like, I don't want to hear that. You don't do sexy photos of that. So they were playing another joke on me, which I laughed, but then I was like kind of annoyed by it just because of all the other pieces that have happened. But like I said, certain people I've known for a while with production longer than certain girls that are on this set right now. So they can joke with me in certain ways that you cannot because of relationships. So I'm last, they're playing AC/DC. Seven tries to flip it and say she's volunteered to go last because of Black History Month. That never happened, guys. Nice try, that was cute. But no, I was not happy about going last. And I also wasn't happy is that when they did the lineup, it was me, Natalie, and Tanisha in the middle, and then Sydney in the middle was like, let me be next to that, let me be. I'm like, wait, what? Like, why would I be, and why are you right here? Like, no. I'm thinking, like, I've contributed a lot to this project. Natalie and Tanisha are EPs. I'm a producer. The three of us should be in the middle, just like Natalie and Tanisha are in the middle. So that's more so like why I'm like, why would I be on the end? Clearly, I'm not supposed to be in the end. Like, yo, I feel like certain people try me. They've done it for years. They've done it on all the shows that I've ever been on. And it's not okay. And sometimes it takes me a minute to realize what's happening because these people will be nice to you when filming isn't happening, and then they'll switch it up on camera when I'm the same person all day, every day. If you meet me in person, I'm the same. I sound the same on YouTube as on TV as in real life. So I don't switch up who I am, my character, how I talk, or anything like that. So a lot of the other girls do that. I'm not one of them. I never have been, and I never will be. All right, so Sydney calls out Judy for the BGC thing. All right, I've heard that a million times. I don't want to talk about that. And let's see, then the episode ends with Natalie and Christina fighting. So this is actually really funny that happened that did not get seen, is that at one point, I had those pajama pants on. A lot of people ask me where I got them. Guys, those pajamas are like $180. I can't think of the brand. I'll post it when I see them. I paid $30 at TJ Maxx, and I was like, oh, I want more of these. These are amazing. I just feel like a rich bitch. Like, they're so comfortable, and they're like classy, and they're sexy, and they feel good. And I looked them up, they're like $180. I'm like, oh, hell no. So then a year later, when I went to TJ Maxx around Christmas time, they had a similar pair, but in black, that looked Asian themed too, like with the flowers. You know, I love Asian stuff because I'm part Japanese, and I grew up with a lot of Asian culture as far as eating and cooking and things like that. So the pajamas, I ended up buying them for me, my mom, and my grandma for Christmas. But yeah, I will get the name for you. Like, maybe you can find them at a TJ Maxx or something. If you want to spend 180 online, go for it. I'm not going to do it. So the funny thing is like when I'm at home, I do my hair after the shower when I'm completely naked because hot tools get hot. Go figure. And I wasn't going to be with no bottoms on, so I was doing my hair with pants on. There was no cameras in my room or anything like that, so I'm curling my hair. So all the yelling and stuff is happening, and I'm walking down the hall like this, so my arm and hand is like covering my titties. And I'm like going on like, what is going on? And Natalie's yelling at Christina and whatever, and she was like, Sarah, go put on a shirt. This is not oxygen. Zeus does not edit things out. And I'm thinking, well, I'm already covering what you can't see or need to see anyways, but okay, cool. And then I went and put the shirt on. So that was a funny moment that you guys did not see. But yeah, so next episode is going to be the fight with Natalie and Christina. And yes, I laugh, guys. I laugh all the time. I only laugh because of the wig situation. Like, I was there to support Natalie. I didn't want them to fight. I was trying to break it up. And yeah, guys, I can't help when I laugh. Things are funny to me. I laugh sometimes when I'm angry. I laugh sometimes when I'm upset. I laugh when things are funny. I'm a very lighthearted person. I love to laugh. Anyways, please like this video, comment below. If there's anything else you want me to address, then I will address it on the next video. And not just that, but your likes and your comments will encourage me to do these videos promptly and in a timely manner, because you guys know I like to be on time. All right, until next time, love you guys. Mwah, bye.